good. Let's look at the characteristics features of the Mbari art. Now, the Mbari art figures have cylindrical torso and generally what elongated parts of what of the body. If you go back and see some of the previous slide I showed you, you now understand how this art looks like. Now let's do a quick, let's just go back. Fine, beautiful. Now I guess this image tells more. You see how long the cylindrical shape the body have, and they place their hands on their shoulder. You see, they always fold their hands. That's just the nature of the art. Or elongated shapes, and to mention but a few. Now, the second characteristic features of Mbari art is that the mud houses have geometrical designs on their interior. Now, if you look at the pictures we saw before now, you see geometric designs on the interior of the house, just like the cavemen, as they painted on the wall and on the ceiling of the house. The same thing applies to what the Mbari people. But this time, this house is intentionally built to serve a particular purpose, either as a sacrifice to appease the gods or as ordained by the gods in that point in time in the land of what? Mbari. So now the Mbari people, they do this. Now on the wall of the houses, you see geometrical shape designs, you know, to beautify the place. Angular shape, circle, you know, and those shapes still reflect on the sculptural piece of the work. Now finally, the Mbari house is made out of what? Mud. That is one thing you should put at the back of your mind. They don't use concrete, they don't use any other thing to make this house, but mold or true. Apart from the roof, where they use tashes, palm fronds, and any other reed you know about. All right, having said that, now let's consider some of those pictures. Now look at the image of the Mbari Ayo. If you watch closely, you see the design, the geometric designs on the wall of the houses. See how beautiful it looks. Very interesting. So that is exactly what those people did even before the colonial master came to, you know, colonize us here in Africa. All right. So now the next art we are going to look at is the Hausa art. The Hausa art. Now this is another interesting art in Nigeria that cannot be overemphasized. Reason being because of the acts of what their creativity and relief on the wall. Now the Hausas don't believe in sculptural works. They rather make their works on utilitarian items like calabashes, to mention. But as we proceed, you see more of the Hausa art. Now the Hausa art is influenced by the Islamic belief. They do not encourage real figure representation. They don't encourage real figure representation. It's against their belief. However, they prefer going with what? Signs and symbols, letters and fonts, angular shape, triangular shape, geometric shapes per se, now to express themselves. And they so appreciate relief work of art. It could be engraving, it could be what? Embossed. Like what we're seeing here is an embossed relief.